But hello, fellow Toastmasters. It's such a pleasure to be here. And I'm going to start sharing my screen. So it's my turn to share screen. And tonight, as you know, my topic is Toastmasters, where leaders are made. And did you know this is the tagline of Toastmasters? Where leaders are made. Quite frankly, it took me several years to understand why is it I didn't join Toastmasters to be a leader, but somehow the program creates leaders, and all of you as Toastmasters are leaders. So the objective of my talk tonight will be quite simple. One is I'd like to make you aware of what Toastmasters have to offer you. It's beyond the roles that you might be familiar with or beyond pathways. There's nothing to do about pathways tonight. And I'd like to encourage all of you, it sounds like we got a really active team tonight here, to explore different opportunities to learn and grow. Because that's what we're all about. We're all here in Toastmasters to learn and grow. Can anyone tell me what the Toastmasters mission is? It should all be branded in our brains, because we all as Toastmasters have this as our mission. Well, if you can't guess, I'll gotta give you the answer. This is our mission: to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And tonight I'm going to focus on and leaders, because you're all leaders. Colin Powell said, "Effective leaders are made, not born. They learn from trial and error and from experience." And if you add the words feedback and safe environment, guess what? That's Toastmasters. We all learn from trial and error, we get feedback, and we grow. That's like our speech program, right? We do speeches, we get feedback that are constructive, and we learn from the feedback, because that's how we grow. We learn from feedback, and we learn from making mistakes in a safe environment. And take that into the leadership role as well. Being a leader doesn't necessarily mean you're giving speeches, but you're trying different things, you're participating with different teams. Not all of us are perfect, so I've made many mistakes, but if you take those opportunities where you may have made a mistake as a learning opportunity, you're going to grow from that. And this is the Toastmasters Organization. And of course, you can't read that one, so let me zoom in a little. And we are the only organization that have this inverted organization chart. The members are on top. We have clubs to support our members. Areas support clubs, divisions support areas, districts support divisions, and I, as the region, I'm actually here to support the districts. And did you know we have 128 districts around the world in 14 different regions. So if diversity is the word of the evening, we are a very, very diverse organization. And what I'd like to do is talk about from the clubs and the areas. In the clubs, since you're all club officers, you understand that clubs provide members opportunities to lead by performing meeting roles, but also one day, like all of you, took the plunge and agreed to be a club officer. and you're evolving as you go because you're taking on an officer role and you're performing your leadership for those roles. The next level down in this org chart would be the area level. Any area directors here tonight? But if not, in the areas, oh, Darcel is an area director. Oh, good job. Thank you for your service. But as an area director, and for everyone else, there is something called the area council. And those that are interested in area opportunities could go to the area director and say, hey, I'd like to come and learn more about what being an area director is all about. Because the area director can have assistants, a volunteer assistants to help them, like listed here on the chart. And by default, the club president, vice president education, and vice president membership are part of the area council. And what you do when you participate in areas, you learn about what's going on in the area. And it's going to expand your mind to learn more about the diversity in that area. So the opportunity is there if you haven't explored beyond your club to learn more about what's in your area. The next level would be the division. And the division has all the area directors in the division council. And the division director, are there any division directors here tonight? No? But anyway, the division director can also have assistants. And these assistant roles can be appointed at the area director level by the area director or division director at the division level. But these are opportunities for you to learn and grow and see what's going on around you. And there's all kinds of things that goes on, as you know, in the area and division level. You have club contests. Everyone knows you have area contests, you got division contests, and contests are a wonderful way to learn about what's going on outside of your club. They're always looking for volunteers, as you know, but it shouldn't be looked at as oh no, it's something I gotta do. It's more of an opportunity. You have to look at it from an opportunity to expand your network, to meet other members from outside of your club, and to see what else is going on, opportunities to learn and grow. Then we have the district level. And if you're a club president or vice president education, you are part of the district council. And I'm sure you get invited to the district council meetings so you can vote on the business matters for the district. And you get to meet all the other presidents and vice presidents of education from the other clubs within the district, as well as who your district leaders are. Because your district leaders are part of the district executive committee that's led by your district director, Paula's here tonight. You have Rhonda, you got Chris, and you got your other district level leaders. But again, there's also district level leaders that are not on this list, but it may be on your district org chart on your website, like Young May as a training coordinator. Yay, thank you, Young May, for volunteering for these roles. And there are others, like a parliamentarian, you got webmaster. There's a broad range of opportunities that exists within your district. So again, to overuse the word of the evening, diversity, the incredible spectrum of diversity of opportunities. There's something here at the district level, at the levels above on this chart, within the district, where you have talents, skills, interests that will apply and bring value So think about it. All of you have unique skills, you have interests, you have things that you like to work on to improve. Opportunities are there for you to participate so you can learn and grow. And when you're ready to go beyond the district, we have the region. You can be a region advisor as well. If you asked me when I first joined the club 12 years ago, hey, do you want to be a region advisor? What's that? I don't have any ambition to be a region advisor. But somehow the program that Toastmasters offered me led me on a journey to take on different opportunities so I could learn and grow into this role as a region advisor, so I could share my experiences, what I learned during my journey, and pass it on to the districts that I support. And you can see the trend here, right? You take on new opportunities, you learn and grow. And of course, we have our board of directors, and we have the board of directors that consists of our international officers, international directors, and also world headquarters. World headquarters is the only part of this organization that have employees. Everyone else above world headquarters, all of us, are volunteers. We're here to serve each other, to provide the Toastmasters mission, to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. And that's what we're all about as Toastmasters. And Toastmasters program includes all of this structure, and there's a broad range of opportunities for every one of us to learn and grow. We are all on a journey of discovery and growth. It doesn't matter, but Toastmasters will help us accelerate our journey to grow. Why? I discovered recently that finally put it in the right frame for me, because one of my members in the club delivered a speech. The purpose of life is to live, adapt, learn, and grow. Life is a constant evolution. We're always evolving. That's what keeps us all going. We learn something new, we grow, we find what our next goals are, and we continue to evolve. And that's what life is. Neil Donald Walsh said, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So true, so true. And the comfort zone, as you know, is where we are comfortable, we're safe, we control everything, we know what's happening, and what keeps us in the comfort zone is fear. And what we need to do is venture into the fear zone. Take some risks, try something new. Have any of you gone skydiving? Wow, that's way outside my comfort zone, but that's a good example. Oh, Rhonda went skydiving. Wow, I'm impressed. Because once you can get beyond the fear zone and have the courage to spread your wings outside of your comfort zone, your confidence will grow and you're going to learn something new. And I'm sure Rhonda learned something new when she went skydiving. But again, skydiving is not for me, but I can always listen and learn about Rhonda's experience skydiving. It's all about going beyond your fear zone so you can start learning something new, and then you're going to grow. So each time you accomplish something, You can start working on your next goal, and you're going to find there's a lot more things I can learn. And this process continues. The more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, you discover there's a lot more you could grow. And ultimately, you'll realize that your growth potential is unlimited. Sam Walton of Walmart said, if people believe in themselves, it's amazing what they can accomplish. And all of you are amazing people. There's a lot of things you can accomplish. And if you feel like, I'm not quite sure what I want to do next, I heard someone mention earlier about finding a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. And find a mentor that had the experience of what you're seeking for your personal goals. So why is it important to have a mentor? Abraham Lincoln said, I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. And that's what your mentor becomes, is a friend that's going to support you, nurture you, inspire you, share wisdom with you about his or her experience so you can learn and grow from your mentor. In fact, if you do research on any leader that you respect, you will discover that leader had a mentor. And mentorship is, again, part of the Toastmaster program. And all of you should be willing to find a mentor or have a mentor, or it could just be a friend if you think a mentor program is too formal. Think of it more as a accountability partner, or you can come up with different terms, or just a buddy. But your buddy could be one of your strongest allies, take you on your journey or help you along the journey to wherever you're going to be. Because like me, along my journey, I've had many mentors, because each stage I needed to have a different mentor with different experiences to take me to the next level. So having mentors are very important to the Toastmasters program, and all of you can mentor others as well. In fact, one of the strong points I always remind leaders is, as leaders, we're all role models. And what that means, as a role model, people are watching us. I don't want you to feel paranoid about it, but just be aware that as Toastmasters, people have an expectation of what Toastmasters means. And we are all leaders. And as leaders, others are observing, and they like to follow us on our journey and learn from our experiences as well. So be aware as a leader that you are a role model, and receive feedback so you can improve your own behaviors and talents to be much more productive for other people. Because we're here to empower others, and we're here to not only help them improve, but help ourselves improve as well. So as leaders, and this time of the year, we always talk about succession planning. What is succession planning? Succession planning is the process of identifying critical positions. And this is a formal statement, but it's pretty much finding who's next in line for which roles and thinking ahead. So why do we need to do succession planning? Well, at the club level, as club officers, all of you know it's getting close to time where we need to do club officer elections. And do you already know who's going to be next in line for each of the officer roles? Do you know who's next in line for your role as a club officer? And this is all part of succession planning. And we do that to continue the club mission and the constitution we have for each clubs and the culture of your club, to keep your club going, keep your club strong. At the district level, we continue the district mission. And the district mission, for those who don't know, is to build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. And that's what the district mission is. And all, as Toastmasters, we're here to achieve Toastmasters' envisioned future. And the Toastmasters' envisioned future is to be the first choice provider of dynamic, high-value, experiential communication and leadership skills development. Experiential. And that's what it's all about in terms of Toastmasters. This is from personal experience. This is what succession planning is not. Number one, begging people to be an officer. I don't know how many of you do that. That is not succession planning. Number two, electing people who are absent at the meeting. I was in a club and I got elected president because I missed the meeting. That's not succession planning, folks. Resorting to blackmail and threats. When you say no, sometimes these things happen. Or crying and sobbing. I hate when that happens. That is not succession planning. Succession planning is identifying the key positions and competencies for each of the positions. So it takes some thought on succession planning. It's not waiting till June 29 to get your officer list in on June 30. It should happen way before then. In fact, it should happen maybe the year before. Then you select potential candidates. And then you help those candidates grow into those positions. Because that's what we as Toastmasters do. We empower the growth, potential, and success of leaders. So it's always good to have some thoughtful process about who are in your clubs or at the district level, who are in your clubs as well from a different perspective, primarily past leaders or past club officers, and taking a look at the potential that exists and come up with a plan to help them grow into higher level leadership roles. So we implement a training program, we develop a transition plan, we watch people, because that's the other thing I used to do at contests and at district events, is watch people. Because when you watch people, you get to know them, you learn about their personality, and you see some potential in people. So networking is very important to the succession planning process. So all of you are coming here, have met each other, and get to know each other, and listen to those who respond, and you come up with a first impression if it's the first time you meet them. But this is what monitoring the performance is all about. And if you have other leaders that you've worked with, provide them some feedback to improve, just like a speech evaluation. But please use the sandwich method. Tell them what you liked about how they performed as a leader, provide them some suggestions to improve, and then a conclusion. Don't go and just complain about things. Now, help the leaders grow, help each other grow by providing feedback in a productive way. So that's the Toastmasters method. And we have role models that we all watch and follow. And like I said, all of you are role models. And I'm sure you look upon Rhonda, Chris, and Paula as role models because you're carefully watching them perform their functions in the district level. But it's important to have role models as well as coaches, mentors, and others that can provide you support for your individual growth. And most importantly, think about who is your successor and their potential successors. So you can create a daisy chain for your leadership role and think of the position, years in advance. So it's a planning function. I know in life you can't plan everything, but if you have time, it's always good to think ahead about who your leaders are and how do you groom them into their next level position. And I'm sharing this with you as a leader and you're an officer of the club, or for those that haven't been in higher level leadership roles, to let you know that those leaders above you are indeed thinking about this as well. It might give you some encouragement, to give you opportunities to learn and grow, and so you can be more prepared when you take on a leadership role. So it's all about planning for the future. We track potential leaders, as I talked about, who are interested in growing their skills. And attending sessions like this and meetings, especially in person, you get the sense of who has that passion to learn and grow. And those are the people I personally devote time to help them grow, because I know they're serious about wanting to grow. They have the desire to grow. And that's what I do. And that's my purpose in life these days, is to help any Toastmasters that's interested in learning and growing to blossom and help them find their destination for their journey. We provide opportunities for individuals to demonstrate their potential. Again, using this session tonight as an example, Ellen was given an opportunity to do her presentation. So thank you, Rhonda, because she's doing her job and providing opportunities to our members. So if any of you are interested in these opportunities, these are the kinds of opportunities that will help you develop your skills. And to tell the truth, my speaking skills really improved once they're starting taking these leadership positions and taking these kinds of opportunities to speak. So if you want to become a more effective speaker, take a leadership opportunity, and it's going to help you develop your speaking skills much quicker and more effectively. Because being a leader, as you know, you need to be a good communicator. So it's a good stimulus to force you to develop your speaking skills and communication skills to be a better leader. So they go hand in hand. Leadership, communication, they go hand in hand. And you're going to see both will grow as you continue your journey. And develop a strategy for those who don't think they're ready yet. Because that's the first response I usually get. Are you ready for this role? Oh no, I don't know what it's all about. I'm not ready. Okay, so what's the strategy? And using an example, I heard table topics mentioned earlier, that when you get a new member, said, okay, it's time for you to do your next speech. Oh, I'm not ready yet. I can't do a speech. Well, you just did a wonderful table topic response. All you got to do is talk for 3 more minutes. Instead of 1 to 2 minutes, it's a 5 to 7. Oh, well, yeah, well, I can do that. So come up with a strategy of those that you see who have potential to help them become more confident, to be able to say yes one day to take on another role. And plant the seeds for the future. So what we do as leaders and role models is to help others find their destination in leadership. All of you can judge others, even though people don't tell us to be judgmental, but when you meet people, you talk to them, you get the sense of what that person can do, what the potential of that individual is. And we as Toastmasters should help that individual grow to exploit their maximum potential. And leverage the club and district events to meet people. Networking is what it's all about. For me, when I was an area director, I've met more people, division, even more. But when I got to the district level, I had an opportunity to attend the Toastmasters International Convention. And at the convention, I was blown away with the diversity of Toastmasters from all around the world. Even though everyone comes from different cultures, countries, the age, all that diversity, we are bound together by our Toastmasters values and a Toastmasters mission. So all of you know the Toastmasters value: integrity, respect, service, excellence. It's amazing, and it really, like I said, blown my mind when I met a Toastmaster from Saudi Arabia. And even though we've never met before, we've come from different countries and cultures, but we understood our mission as a Toastmaster and the values that we need to live by as a Toastmaster. And we had that immediate connection. And it went on with those that I meet from all over the world and from all over the districts and clubs. The same thing is, once we understand we're here with the mission and our values, it's amazing how broad our relationship could be and the commonality we have as Toastmasters and our international family, that we're bound together, like I said, by our mission and values. So what's your next leadership role? When someone taps you on the shoulder, says, hey, I see the potential in you. Would you be able to perform this role for us? I would say, find a way to say yes. And the reason is, you never know what doors are going to open from taking this opportunity, and what you're going to learn and how it's going to help you on your journey. So in conclusion, Toastmasters provides a diverse range of opportunities for everyone to develop leadership skills that can be applied personally and professionally. I wish I learned all of this stuff when I was working. I'm retired now, so I might be older than Ellen. But all the skills I developed in my journey had really helped me in my life. I'm a happier person. I'm much more confident. I've learned many skills, and I like to share what I've learned with everyone I can meet. And as Toastmasters, as I said, we are all leaders that are role models for others. So please remember that and be a good role model. And succession planning helps build the bench strength to ensure the long-term health, growth, and stability of the organization, and also make it much more pleasant for people to take on and transition into different leadership roles. It's better to do it in a planned way. And finally, as Sam Walton said, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Was said by Christopher Robin. Do you know who Christopher Robin is? Oh,